What's going on, guys? It's No Filter, a Nintendo podcast, and here are my top 10 characters I want to see in Smash in 2018. Number 10 is Shulk, baby. Xenoblade Chronicles represent. Am I right? Okay, yeah, that's a joke, but seriously though, how awesome was it having Shulk on the roster? I loved those surprises when they were bringing out Super Smash Bros. 4 on the Wii U, so let's see what ideas I have up my sleeve. Number 10. Either a wool Kirby or a wool Yoshi. Whether these are new characters or the main variations, I think it would be cool to see, and the movesets could switch up quite a little bit, especially for Kirby. Kirby's Epic Yarn was a really great game and had a completely different controlling Kirby than what we've seen in his typical games and even some of the other crazy spin-offs. So I think a wool Kirby or a wool Yoshi would be great to have in Smash. Number 9, Wonder Red. Yes, from Wonderful 101. While I don't think they could have the other 100 Wonder characters, they could be in the final Smash though, I guess, but Wonder Red could have the main 5 or so characters with him and use them as his attack. So basically he just points in the direction of his attack and the other Wonders will pop out, whether it's like the arm or the sword or he turns into the ball. Wonderful 101 was great, and I'd love to even see them have an announcement for the game coming out and then have Wonder Red show up in Smash as well. That'd be fantastic. Number 8, Simon Belmont. So I'm not the biggest Castlevania fan myself. I have played a few of them and I've enjoyed them, but I think the second half of Metroidvania needs to be represented in Smash, and he would be it. Not to mention, I think the moveset would be epic with, I think it's like a whip or whatever he has, or chains. Again, obviously I don't know too much about the series, but I think everyone would get super hyped to see that, and just because of that, I want to see him in the game as well. Number 7, Box Boy. So I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, oh, that's a terrible choice, but hear me out. How I see it would make it similar to a Mr. Game & Watch type character. Nintendo has always loved this character, and it has 3 games on the 3DS eShop. That was a big part of the 3DS eShop, and kind of bringing up Nintendo to where they are now with their but their smaller eShop games. I can totally see them pushing for Box Boy. It would look pretty interesting too, fighting against all these more detailed characters. Just imagine Box Boy beating up Link or Samus or something like that. Number 6, Bomberman. Out of all the classic characters that have yet to join the Smash roster, I feel like Bomberman is one of them. It's not exactly as big as Pac-Man or Sonic, but Bomberman is still well known enough and classic enough. I feel like he would be getting a pretty good reception from fans. Number 5, Waluigi. I've been wanting Waluigi in more games since forever. For some reason, ever since the first Mario Tennis, and especially in Mario Power Tennis, he's been one of my favorite Mario characters. His moveset could be super interesting, and just imagine hearing his whining in the background of a Smash game. I want it so bad. Please bring Waluigi into Smash, because if he is in Smash, then most likely we might even see a spin-off Waluigi game, which would be incredible. Number 4, Springman/Ribbon Girl. This pretty much writes itself. ARMS, a big new Nintendo IP with very interesting characters. Springman and Ribbon Girl are kind of the default characters you see for the ARMS game, and you could have some interesting moves for them as well, obviously with the extendable arms and how they jump and move. I'm all for them being in the game, especially if the Reach if the Reach plays a role. I'd love to see how they do that with the game, and if it really switches up how you play Smash a little bit with their long extendable arms. Number 3, Paper Mario. They can switch up the original Mario bit here, bring in Paper Mario with these typical jumps and hammer use from the Thousand Year Door, or they can use the stickers and stuff from Color Splash and Sticker Star. I wouldn't care much for that, but I'd still enjoy it either way. Paper Mario is an awesome character, and I'd love to see him in Smash. Number 2, Rex and Pyra. While a lot of people don't enjoy having the characters where you control 2 people at the same time, Rex and Pyra are supposed to be connected though. So what if it was the 2 of them on the screen, but it feels just like you're playing with one, so everything is super smooth. Either way, Sakurai loves Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and it is a staple on the Nintendo Switch. So I can totally see this happening. Please happen. And number 1 is Professor Layton. He has been a main staple on Nintendo systems for over a decade now. The games are phenomenal, and Nintendo even publishes them in the West. Just imagine kicking Mario and Link's asses as a gentleman, you know? Use your top hat, fencing sword, and even that crazy cannon gun from, I think it was either Diabolical Box or Unwound Future. You know, his movesets would be so insane, it'd be amazing to have that. Please bring Professor Layton into Smash. He totally deserves it. Oh, and while they're announcing him, casually bring up a new Layton game coming to Switch that isn't Catch Your L, maybe? But there it is. There are my top 10 characters I want to see in Smash Bros. On Nintendo Switch. Let me know in the comments what characters you think should be added to the Smash roster, and I will see you all next time.